Here are the odds to win Euro 2020 according to William Hill, and defending World Cup champs France are the betting favorite at plus 450. Then there's a cluster of powerhouses in Europe that are 8-1, and then if you're feeling frisky and you want to get a little bit like Greece at 80-1 back in 2004, that would be Poland this year. Robert Lewandowski coming in at 80-1. Let's continue the conversation of Euro 2020. We've got Lee Phelps from William Hill joining us here. So we had Sportsline and William Hill, both of our gambling partners, to get you ready for this tournament in just a couple days. So let's start with the pick to win. Lee, who do you like and why?
Well, you're looking at me thinking, England flag, England top. It's got to be going England, right? Nah, France. Look, my heart, I'd love England to win. You know, it's in England. It'd be amazing. The sun's actually shining here in England for once. It'd be great. But France for me, I just think they're too good. I think they're too good defensively. They've got a great goalkeeper. You work your way through the team. The midfield is sensational. You've got Kante, who's amazing. We see him all the time in the Premier League. Paired up with Pogba, when those two start, they never lose. And then you've got Mbappe, and you've got Griezmann, who was fantastic in the tournament, in tournament football. And you've got Benzema, who's coming back. They know how to win it. They've got youth, they've got experience, they've got star quality everywhere in this team. I think it's France.
All right, so you're going a little chalky at plus 450. How about a dark horse pick? Because we always love value, Lee. When you look at the board, which country do you like?
Well, I think the problem with this tournament is, and I will give you a dark horse, the problem is that there's so many really good nations here and the prices aren't that great, you know. So you could look at maybe in Italy, but you're not looking at a huge price there as a shock. You're looking at, you know, teams like Spain, you know, not being huge prices. I'm going for Netherlands. I think the Dutch have got quality in their side. Now, they are a very young team and they've not had tournament football recently. You know, they failed to qualify for a lot of these tournaments. They've got something to prove here. I think, look, they get out of the groups and they get into knockout football and they get some momentum, and that's what they all need. I think you could be looking at them going deep into the competition. And anyone who gets to the semi-finals, surely they've got a chance of winning the whole thing. Look what Croatia did in the World Cup, for instance. So Netherlands, for me, would be the surprise package here.
All right, so you can get them at 14-1 there for the Netherlands. So you mentioned the pricing there. And I also brought up the cluster of teams that are at 8-1. And I know there's one team and one country among that cluster that you don't like.
Well, look, maybe it's my bias being an England fan and the fact that they've knocked us out in the semi-finals of World Cups before. And we always seem to come up against them. The Germans, of course. But look, there's a reason for this. I'm not just saying that for the sake of it. They're in that group, aren't they? France, Portugal, defending champions, and Hungary. Now, look, what I'm thinking here is that I know third place teams can qualify, but what if Germany don't get a result against France, they lose? What if Portugal beat them or they get a draw? What if Hungary hold them? And Hungary aren't just some kind of minnows, some whipping boys in this group. They have got quality and they can defeat decent teams. I'm just thinking Germany could suddenly be staring at only having a point in this group, or maybe 2 points, and miss out. Finishing third, but miss out completely because other teams in other easier groups have got more points than them. So Germany to not get past the groups happened before, not too long ago.
In that group of death, the Group F with France, Portugal, and Hungary there, Germany fade them at 8-1. All right, a couple more before I let you go. How about Golden Boot winner?
Yeah, it's interesting to see Maris going for Harry Kane. And look, you know, again, if Harry Kane is Golden Boot winner, it means England have gone deep into the tournament as far as I'm concerned. So I would be very happy if that happens. But I don't think Gareth Southgate is the kind of manager who sees his team going for it. I know Gareth Southgate won the Golden Boot at the World Cup. I just don't think that they will be as adventurous as I would like them to be. I'm going for Romelu Lukaku. What an absolute sensational season he's had. You know, we've seen him in the Premier League. He didn't quite ever go to those heights. We're seeing him go to those heights. And I think Roberto Martinez will have this Belgian team firing. Look, I don't think they're great defensively, but that doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. As long as Lukaku's getting chances and converting those chances into goals, I think Romelu Lukaku, I think Belgium go to the quarters at least. I think they go to the semi-finals. So I think Lukaku will have plenty of games to score in. And I think he could get maybe 4 or 5 in the groups.
All right, Lee, we're out of time. But quickly before I let you go, your heart says England. What does your wallet say? How far do they go?
Semi-finals.
You would take that, right?
I'd take that. Yeah, I would take that. But I want them to go to the final at Wembley, and we're all there cheering them on. Would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic. But we'll see if they get there. Lee Phelps joining us. Certainly appreciate it, Lee.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.